Hi there, welcome to another magical interval. I'm Tom, your host, and I am literally a magical interval, because that's my last name. What can I say? So welcome to another magical interval, my friend. I want to tell you something. So the previous video I made was called Magic Book Club number 1, Professor Hoffman's Modern Magic. And so what I want to do, this is book club number 2, if you haven't guessed by now. So what I did during the number 1 is I put my glasses on, which I have to. I basically read classical music and I read some passages. Well, I read one passage from the introduction. And I put myself to sleep. After I edited that video, I thought, damn, is this boring? And it's not because the book isn't good, but book clubs were meant to discuss. Now, I know you and I can't discuss it because you're there and I'm here. But for future book clubs, including or starting with this one, I'm going to tell you what I liked about the book, what I didn't like about the book, if applicable. And I'll tell you approximately how long it is and where you can get it and so forth. So today, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, or gentlemen and gentlemen, or lady and lady, whoever you are, I'm going to introduce you to an awesome book if you've never heard of it. If you're a seasoned magician, you have heard of it. Ladies and gentlemen, 100 years after Professor Hoffman published Modern Magic in 1876, Bill Tarr published Now You See It, Now You Don't. Lessons in Sleight of Hand. I love this book. So I used this book when I was a kid all the time. In fact, this is my OG copy of Now You See It, Now You Don't. You can tell how yellow it is. I'm putting my trust in you. You know I'm old. Don't make fun of me. So anyway, this is the OG copy. In fact, I completely defaced the title page with my Tom the Magician rubber stamp. Tom the Magician, children's parties a specialty, fun, mystery, and then my phone number, Tom's Magic Shop. I sell magic now, but back then, of course, I didn't. And an inscription to myself. To Tom the Magician from Tom the Magician, 1977. Anyway, enough about my ridiculousness as a child. This book is approximately 224 pages. Now You See It, Now You Don't is by Bill Tarr. He was a magician and a sculptor. Unfortunately, he died in 2006. The illustrator, however, I'm not sure if he's still around, Barry Ross, awesome. He used to do illustrations for, I believe, the sports industry. Let me show you some of his illustrations and talk about the book a little bit. So, if you're getting started in sleight of hand, that stuff you do with your hands that's difficult, that's basically what sleight of hand is, in the magic industry, of course. So, like when you shuffle a deck of cards with one hand, or even just shuffling cards or making a ball disappear, like this iconic illustration, right? This is called the French drop. So anyway, if you are a beginning magician or intermediate and you want to learn sleight of hand, please get this book. It's awesome, okay? You can actually use this in conjunction with YouTube tutorials. And by the way, one really quick note, don't fall asleep. I see you. One final note about that, about YouTube. YouTube's a great place to learn stuff if you know what you're doing. If you're just getting started in magic or you haven't been doing magic that long, I recommend using books as well because books are more structured, right? It serves as, a book will serve more as a foundation, especially with sleight of hand. This book is awesome, and look, are you ready for these illustrations? Now, I don't know, maybe they're not a big deal to you, but when you're trying to learn magic out of a book, illustrations are really important. So as I go through, you might notice there are card tricks, card moves, ball tricks. There's probably a rope trick or two in here. But generally, this is based on sleight of hand, right? Bill Tarr gives you a lot of instruction for sleight of hand. Whether you want to make something disappear, you want to do some awesome card moves, cuts, false shuffles, etc. Not just cards, by the way. It's a bunch of stuff. So you'll notice, you might have noticed the stars on the tops or the titles of the tricks. Now, this book is based on a star system of difficulty. So 1 star is the easiest, 3 stars the most difficult. Well, I'm here to tell you that it's an awesome system, but it's not always dependable. For example, are you familiar with something called the pressure fan? That's this. Right? Pretty awesome, right? It's hard to do. It takes years to make that fan round and evenly spaced. It takes a long time. So Bill Tarr rates the pressure fan as 2 stars when it really should be 3. But anyway, it is a star system, so that's probably the only thing I don't like about the book, right? The rest, I love this book. And again, this is the actual childhood copy. And by the way, they also publish it, or they used to publish it in hardback, but you can get this on a site like Bookfinder or eBay, right? And by the way, there was a second, right? The second, Now You See It, Now You Don't. Same author, same illustrator, and very, very, very good books. And then there were a couple of other books Bill Tarr wrote. For example, I have it right here, actually. 100 Easy-to-Learn Classic Magic Tricks. I'm not really going to talk about that. And then there's also a follow-up book Bill Tarr wrote called the Now You See It, Now You Don't Notebook. That includes literally notes of stuff that he didn't really include in this book. 224 pages, worth every cent. Brand new, it might cost like between 20 and 30 bucks. I'm not sure what you can get it used for, probably still pretty expensive. But anyway, yeah, get Now You See It, Now You Don't if you're just trying to learn sleight of hand, my friend, because you're not going to regret it. And if the title's too long, because it does take a while to say, Now You See It, Now You Don't, Lessons in Sleight of Hand, you could just sort of adapt it with the name NYSINYD. No? Okay, forget it. Look, I couldn't even memorize 7 letters. I had to cheat and look at my notes. So anyway, this is Bill Tarr's Now You See It, Now You Don't, Lessons in Sleight of Hand. And really, really, I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you in the future. Please, please like this video, subscribe to my channels, share this video with everyone you know, at least if they like magic or they are magicians at heart. And in the meantime, I hope your intervals are peaceful, happy, and magical. Don't fall asleep. I see you.